Now it's good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you had to approve it.
Man, it tells me that you're recording. It didn't ask me to approve it though.
Uh, well, at least you knew. I
But
think it has to do with state.
yeah, but it does show me that you're recording it though.
All right, ready? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Potent Podcast episode 3. Jay here. It's Sunday night, 8 o'clock. With Trills. Trills, what's up, bro?
Shit, man. What's up with you, bro? We right on time, right on schedule, so that's good.
Well, starting to get, at least us pick a fine time to get our shit together, huh? End of the world.
Hey, man, that's what it takes, man. Extra time to do wonders for you.
Right?
Yeah. So I ain't mad. I'm glad we finally here, man.
Yeah, man. This is. I've been looking forward to this because, well, last night some crazy shit happened or whatever. But like, I want to talk about all the new music that had come out actually too. Like, I really was excited to talk about it. I've been listening to it a lot,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. So, like, what else you been, keeping yourself busy?
Staying crazy busy, man.
Right.
Crazy, crazy, crazy busy. Yo, I have like canvases all over the place.
Mm,
Uh, so like it's a little messy, but it's dope. You know what I mean? I feel real good about it.
okay.
Super excited about these music projects actually like getting finalized.
What, yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I really like what I was hearing actually on your stories too. Had me go back to it on title. It's really good, man. I really like the new stuff, and I'm excited for this new project too.
Appreciate it, bro.
Uh,
I ain't
uh,
gonna I'm not gonna be Remy Ma, yo, and keep telling you to get back in the booth and to give me a verse.
you know what, man? It with the with the mic that I have, the Garage Band, like it's not crazy. You send vocals away, you send them to somebody, they clean them up.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question. I'll
I
probably
mean,
I'll probably be more likely. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I'll probably be more likely to do a TikTok. Probably. I'll be honest. Yo, I've been getting a lot of peer pressure from a lot of spots, man, and it's crazy. Um, I would never post it. Like if I did one, like no one would know. One person would know.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like I would never put it like out there at all. You know what I mean?
I
Again,
fell into the trap, man, but I got the worst TikToks ever, man. Like I just post um some dumbass joke I made already on Instagram and just uploaded to TikTok. And that
and then
shit like
you can lip sync it, right?
I mean, if you do that, but I haven't been doing that. It's just been like straight videos like that I already constructed that has nothing to do with it's not even my face in it and shit. Like I
Right.
you know what I mean? Just some random shit. So I'm the worst TikToker alive.
Oh man, this is the boomers part of our like our age group, yo.
Yeah.
Like yo, how damn kids with their TikToks and their fucking flip flops or whatever. Like you know what I mean? It's
They
already too
making
much.
whole entire movies on TikTok, bro. Like these kids, man, their fucking editing skills are insane.
See, but that's at least cool too. Like I feel like the different ways for kids to express themselves and stuff like that. The dances are cool and
Right.
shit. Like I'm like 2 minutes away from putting that new Meg song in one of my playlists. Like, and I'm like completely ashamed. Like, not ashamed because she's not trash and none like that. But it's just like the song or whatever was she talking about on it. But the dances and
But
shit, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this song now.
yeah, yeah.
I told you, that meme shit, it works, bro. That's it. It just works.
Oh, it does. 100%.
Yo, can I talk about like what I really want to talk about right now? I'm going right to it. I'm going right to it. So
Yeah.
for the people that are out there that maybe aren't aware of what happened last night, I'm not even going to talk about the Teddy and Babyface thing. Like I said, I'll let you lead on that one. I'm talking about something else that happened. Um, so I don't even know where to start. Like I'm like like I'm still like trying to put the thought process, what was to be gained from from what happened. But Blueface, rapper from Cali, right?
Yeah.
Um, he had a bunch of strippers in his house during a pandemic, and they got into a huge brawl. Strippers, like
Yeah.
punches were thrown, wigs were snatched, and it was all on tape. It was all
Oh,
on IG stories. I just
bro.
I just have questions. I have questions. Um, I'll ask you the question, or I can just ask it hypothetically.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Why are you?
Why,
Why? I don't get it.
bro? I don't get the level of like indicting yourself, bro. Like you want LAPD. I don't even know if he's in LA. I don't know where Blueface from, but like you
Right?
want
Yeah.
them showing up at your door, bro. Cause I mean, it's all on IG, bro. They gonna show up at your door like it's supposed to be less than 10 people in here, and y'all doing all this wild, reckless shit.
And you had 10 strippers. And let's also comment on the what I thought was the most interesting was the actual fight itself. I mean, punches were thrown. The one girl tried it, and then they all just started like, it looked like, oh my god, like just there was just like titties and ass everywhere or whatever, and
Yeah.
like fighting, and it's just like it's the wildest shit you probably ever see. But what I was thinking is like, okay, so you guys are strippers for hire. All right, cool. You guys got to make money and stuff like that. But then you start to think about what type of woman would be down for this, even if that is their profession. Because I'm not about to judge a stripper. I'm talking about your decision making is so flawed that most likely you aren't like one of the baddest strippers. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
was looking like you started sending their pictures through like in the comments on Twitter. And you start to see what these girls really look like in the face, and you're like, now it's starting to make sense why you're there. Like you're going for the check. I got it, but also you're like of the ilk of the people that would be going. Like
Right.
it's you. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. I thought that was interesting.
Somebody,
Um,
somebody made the joke is that they are the strippers that don't even get to work at night, like they got to
right,
work the day
exactly,
shift.
100%, exactly. That's not the D squad. That's the E squad. You know what I'm saying? Like they all the way down. Like you never see them on the weekend. That's
Yeah.
great. Oh my god. At the same time, if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. Like what? Like and like, bro, like people. What makes it more scary? I mean, obviously, I don't want to like go too heavy into this or whatever, but it's like, yo, y'all are like putting other people at risk,
Yeah.
like with your stupidity, for
Yeah.
what?
I mean, like usually I would be on the side of these are people of a certain age. This is the type of shit that they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like I've done all kind of reckless shit at that age. But when we come into this point of infecting people, y'all bugging out.
That's what I'm saying. During a pandemic, whatever. If you want to be dumb and we got outside and all that shit, that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm still doing dumb shit. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying like you got to be responsible in this time right now.
Yeah.
That's really what's troubling about it more than anything. It's just like you guys are not taking it seriously, and this is not going away anytime soon because we got people protesting.
Right.
We got people protesting, yo. Like it's just, man. Like I feel like this is like I'm in the twilight zone, bro. Like I don't understand anything. Like all logic has been pushed aside. Like I'm just like now I'm just like fucking around in like they said that joke or whatever. I know you've seen it on the internet. This is the worst Stephen King novel. Like,
Yeah.
yo, this shit is crazy, man. Like, oh, speaking of him, I just finished The Outsider too.
Oh man, show was correct, bro.
Yo, I didn't know El Cuco was real. Oh shit, yo.
Yeah, bro.
That's a story that Spanish people tell all the time,
Yeah.
bro. Picture telling your kid go to sleep or this shape shifting demon is gonna take you and kill you.
Bro,
Like,
that's
yo.
that's horrifying, bro.
All
Like,
right, back to Blueface though. So, bro, I don't even know. Like, I'm still like at a loss for words at like what transpired and why this happened, and just like he's like, oh, they going up, and they're like, yo, and you hyping it and everything too. Like, I just don't understand the idea of recording it, putting it on the internet, like just to put a
well,
bow on it. People are stupid.
Yeah, man. What really embarrassed me was like during the fight, bro. Like one of the chicks just was screaming out, "But I got good pussy though," and I'm like, "Do you?"
You don't. You don't. You don't. Off the rip, if I hear that, you don't. And then what did he say? He said some shit like, he was like, let me see. He's like, let me see. So like, he's like, line up or whatever. He's like, whoever got the good.
It's crazy,
Yo,
yo.
like I said, if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it, bro. Yeah, I forgot about that because it's like it's hard because all right, like I don't understand like the way that I go through like getting news and the way that I get it is I watch the video real quick. I go to get my jokes off. I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna go type. I'm not gonna listen to the whole shit. I'm gonna watch it and be like, oh shit, or whatever. Okay, I gotta get these jokes in. You know what I mean? And then I go do that. But I don't really like sit. Like I need to sit. Like when I watch football film, I be watching this shit like for coverages and schemes and everything. I need to start watching this shit more like that to get
Yeah.
that stuff. That's the stuff in the background. Like the one chick who was sitting there the whole time. She wasn't even saying nothing to nobody. She was just letting people fight, and they were just like, "Yo, what you doing over there, yo?" Yo, my God. Oh my God, man. I love the internet sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a good distraction. But my God, man, like these are dark times, man. All right. So we got jokes off on that, but now like you lead because you watched this Teddy Riley Babyface thing. You watched it all the way through. You watched all of it, so you caught it up.
Yeah, man.
That's great. I'm so happy. You know what's crazy? Remember when you text me like, "Yo, about to watch this shit?" I'm like, "I'll catch it on the rerun."
Yeah. Bro, I wish I was able to do that. I mean, look, part of me is like, I could have just like caught this on the recap, but the other part of me is super happy that I got to watch it unfold, bro. Cause son, before, because Babyface took probably like 20 minutes to come onto the live, right? Like everybody was like, where is Babyface at, right?
So
So
you guys were all on Teddy's live.
right.
Okay. So you
So it's
watched on
like,
Teddy's live.
yeah. So it's already
Okay, that's
people
interesting.
like making jokes about like, you know what I mean, the old head is like half asleep or something, or like he forgot he was
Babyface.
supposed to do this or something, right? But
How
like
much?
Teddy,
How much older is Babyface if he is, or what? Like how old are they both? Do you know offhand?
I don't know offhand, but if I had to think about it, I would probably put Babyface in his 60s. I mean, I
Really?
know I know he looked really good for his age, but I
I
would probably
mean,
put him there.
that's some good genes, but yeah. I didn't for real. Trills. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead.
I I swear I would put him, and I would probably put Teddy maybe 10 years or so younger than him.
Yo, yo, Babyface is 62.
Yeah. He gotta be.
Holy shit, yo.
I know, bro. You would never know, bro.
Um, I was today years old when I found that out. That's incredible. All right, my bad. Keep going.
Yeah. So I would assume like Teddy gotta be 50 by now. If
I'm gonna look
Teddy's
right now.
younger than 50, I would be shocked by that.
52.
Okay, so yeah, about 10 years apart.
Damn, Benzino's 54. I don't know why he came up and people also search for Teddy Riley and Benzino. Why? Because of booty? Dun, 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 dun. I see booty.
I
Oh
forgot about
man,
that.
I don't know why I thought of that song out of all that. Like that, he's on it, right? I see booty. I see
Yeah, I think
booty.
so.
Booty. Oh wow. Sorry. I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry. I apologize. Keep going. All right, we're good. We got their age out the way. Go.
um. So yeah, bro. Like, bro. Like we on Teddy's live, bro, and like Teddy's standing there with a big ass mic stand. So off rip, everybody's like, "Oh man, this is about to be crazy."
Too much.
Because I mean, RZA had already had the mic, right? We saw what happened with RZA and the mic
Yep.
with the audio. So Dead ass, bro. He's staring right at his phone, looking to see when Babyface coming on. And everybody's like in the comments, like, bro, your sound is crazy. You echoing right now. Too much echo. And bro just looking at the camera, ignoring the whole shit, bro.
Read the comments. Talk to somebody. You know, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you had
Yo,
so they had a so there was a 20-minute waiting period where people were telling him that it was already echoing and
yes.
he wasn't rectifying it. Got it.
Yes. Then he gets like on the keyboard. Bro put the vocoder tube in his mouth. He starts singing with the
George Clinton shit. Okay.
yeah, and just ignoring us, bro. So Babyface finally came on. They talking a little bit, right? They start playing a song. Everybody's telling them the audio is bad, bro. Through the whole shit, they got through
That
three
you
songs.
can't you can't hear it or like it's just bad.
The whole thing is echoing the whole time. So every lyric is like playing back after the lyric, bro. So it's distorting the whole entire song.
Right.
Meanwhile, his homie in the cut, bro, just hyping
That's
it
the
up,
dude. That's the dude
dancing.
posting that I see the memes of.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, yo, get you a hype man that loves you like he does, yo.
Word.
Wow. That shit is gonna be used. Yo, see, look, I line those up for football season. You know what I mean? Like I always line those good gifts up and those good. Like I hold on to them and I throw them shits at the right time.
Yeah.
But bro, that's all I've been seeing about. Well, the other one too, with him turned or whatever. It's like I'll turn this goddamn car around.
Yo, he kept looking back at nobody, like trying to figure out what's wrong with the sound, bro.
So there's no one back there to help you, and you're just turning your back to nobody.
Yo, this is funny shit, bro.
Oh my god! All right, so it's just the three songs they start playing, and they say the sound is bad. Like, but like you hear Babyface's shit fine, right? He's like sitting in a room by
Babyface
himself.
super clear, bro. And then they had like somebody on Teddy's end had the nerve to tell Babyface to like turn his phone down, like like it was his fault.
Yo,
But
he's
Babyface
too
sitting,
loud, yo.
yo, he's sitting there looking like I can hear you fine. Like, what's going on? Like, yo, he was the coolest nigga I ever seen in my life.
I saw that too. Like, there's memes for that too. Like, if you can chop up some of the things that he said or whatever and use them in the correct way, like you're gonna have some gold tweets. I found that out today with the stupid shit that I posted today, like or last night about Babyface or whatever. Like, I found that shit goes up fast or whatever. Like
Yeah.
when you hit like one of those good tweets. That's why
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that. I'm promoting.
Word.
But so. Yo, this sounds funnier the way you're describing it than the way I thought in my head, you know, based off of internet reaction and stuff like that. Like, it's even funny.
Babyface was taking shots, bro. Like at one point, like Teddy is like you rolling dolo because it was just him by himself in the studio, Babyface.
Just hitting play on records.
Yo, and Babyface said, yeah, you know, social distancing. Like, yo, he was taking so many shots. He like what basically like why you got like 500 people in there with you and a hype man, bro.
Who is that?
I don't know, bro. I'm thinking to myself, like, is he an OG from like, you know what I mean, like Heavy D and the Boys back like that time, but I couldn't recognize him. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope that we.
Yo, he came ready, bro. Had the cane go on and everything, bro.
Get you a hype man that loves you like that.
Word.
Yo, but I've been seeing that everywhere. It's cracking me up every time I see that shit, man.
That nigga having the time of his life, bro.
And that's all you can. You know what? In this time, I'm not gonna be mad at anybody who's feeling good at any moment, bro. Even if you looking crazy to all of us. Enjoy your time, protect your peace. You know what I mean? Like all that shit, bro.
Yo, the funniest part about it is that if the sound was good, the hype man shit would have been so fire. You know what I mean? Like it would have came off so fire. But since it backfired so bad,
Do you have the playlist that they
The
ran?
four,
Like,
the
because I'd
three
be
songs,
interested to know. They just did three.
3 songs,
Go.
because
Do you know them?
they stopped this shit.
Because Swiss probably was like calling people like, "Yo,
Yeah, like what's up with the sound? And then when like the sound seemed like it was alright, they like, all right, let's start over, and they did the 3 songs over again, bro.
what?" So what were the three songs? You definitely know 'em.
I mean, I think Teddy's first song was the show, was the Dougie
Okay,
Fresh joint.
cool. Why did he
Um,
open with that? You could have held that. That's one of those ones you drop when he hits you with one of your big ones. That's, you know what I mean. Like, you don't have to
yeah,
open with that. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think he was thinking like he
I'm gonna
probably was
just
thinking
I'm gonna just
like
smash
from
out the
like a
gate.
show perspective, because the way that it like drops and everything is like, I guess that's where he was going. Um, and Babyface hit him back with 2 occasions, I think.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
What do you think?
as soon
I
as he
mean,
hit
I
him,
mean, so without being able to hear those rounds, properly, those
right.
songs, what would you base that on? What would you say?
I mean, 2 occasions to me, but I mean, I'm one of the niggas that grew up like listening to my mother's R&B and shit. To me, that slaps more than the show does. To
Mm,
me, you know what I
mm.
mean? Um, but it's I don't know. Everybody else was on my side too. They like, all right, we giving that the Babyface. That might have changed if the nigga sound was better. I don't know.
See, that's the thing, and that's what I'm trying to figure out myself because I could play those two records back to back myself. But in the context of that battle and the way that, okay, what you gonna come back with? What you gonna come back with? You don't know. I think it's a little bit different. Like it's just
Yeah,
it's not the same as listening to the records back to back
right,
because you're waiting to reply. He already threw his record out. You know what I mean?
right.
I'm giving you two records that you know is gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? If you hear that song before you start to let your whatever you think about it set in, maybe right. All right. What was the second one?
Um, I'm trying to remember, bro, because his
It's
sound
all
was
right.
so bad, bro. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
that's what
I
they were
think
saying.
I think he played. I think he went with Do Me after that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he went with. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fire Beat, Aaron Hall like really be killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing that I kind of was interested in because I feel like I slept on Teddy, like where I was like, come on man, like this is Babyface. This is a little bit like too much, bro. Like, and I'm also biased because he found my doppelganger John B. So like people don't like understand that about it either. Like if I could grow this whole shit in down the bottom or whatever, like I could like really like walk around and like do reunion concerts out of nowhere. They just let me live. Be the fucking John B impersonator in the hood that comes to your birthday parties when all this goes away or whatever to sing fucking they don't
Bro,
know. All right, all right, but
you,
but yeah,
you,
I
let me,
felt myself feeling that way.
yeah, yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
but then I was interested to hear the songs because maybe I would have changed my mind. Like I felt like I wasn't as prepared as I thought I would be on this album, well, on this battle. Like
yeah,
I'm not as familiar with both. I'll tell you
right.
that. I'll be honest with you. So I think
I could
that's
tell,
why maybe yeah.
I could tell you one thing though. The fact that Babyface played "Don't Be Cruel" Bobby Brown so early in the game, bro. Like
But
he
then that
came.
means you're
That,
still you're still sitting on
come
yeah
on, bro.
yeah.
So apparently
Hey,
this shit is back on
what is
tomorrow.
it happening
It's supposed to be happening tomorrow, I think at 8.
tomorrow at 8 p.m.? I'll
So,
probably watch this one.
yeah. I
I
mean,
was trying to finish The Outsider, so too. I was just like, like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I got a little lazy with it. That's on me, though. But yeah, I
yeah.
I was able to catch up with it because of the internet and figure out like what I saw and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what? I think I am gonna watch tomorrow. Actually, I'm interested. Don't start the same way though either. That'd be whack. Don't do
I
that.
mean,
Oh, you know what? Maybe do that. Maybe do that because it's already set, and then it'll be. You know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah.
would be all right. You
I
can
mean,
do it the same
it
way.
would be fair to change the game and change the song
True.
selection now.
True. That's absolutely true. Yeah, you're right. All
Here's the
right.
thing, though, like that shit was already at like 500K.
Ah.
it was mad people in there, bro. So like now, after all the memes and shit,
There's gonna be way more.
yeah, it's probably gonna shoot up because people gonna want to see the comments, bro.
That's what I'll be going for anything. I don't be commenting on shit on Twitter or whatever. I'll be in the threads just watching people yell at each other, yo. And I'll be like, this is hilarious. That's when you find the funniest shit on the internet, bro. Comment sections.
Yeah.
I'm not one for the back and forth. I'm not gonna antagonize you. If you want to like comment on my shit, then I might answer you or whatever. But I'm not about to be like in other people's threads, like you know, blah blah. You know, I just watch that shit. People be going for hours. That shit is hilarious. I don't care. That's a good way to kill time on the internet. That's what I've been doing or whatever. Just like
100%.
Twitter threads, I just be looking through, especially those, you know, the politics ones. People get, woo man, wowzers. That shit gets crazy. People say some wild shit. All right. So I guess that's it, right? Like, so we'll know more on Monday to be continued.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, man. I'm certainly glad I didn't sooner for that. I'd have been tight. Fucking El Cuco would have been like, yo, I'm coming for your ass for not watching this shit. All right. So you want to talk about the new music?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get to the get to. So, all right. So DaBaby dropped this on Friday. Who else? We got Westside Gunn. We had The Dream, The Division. There's a lot of people that drop. I gotta be honest, man. Like I listened to like two of them. I listened to Baby and Westside Gunn, and we're just gonna start with we'll start with DaBaby, I guess. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we'll have a lot more to say about Westside Gunn. I'm a fan. I really am. And I still can agree with people on the point that, you know, flows sound the same, you know, songs sound the same. Okay. You know, like I'm not gonna argue on that. I still like the records. I still think they're catchy. They still work. I think the kid can really rap. I really do.
Yeah.
I really think he can rap, man. He can rap. Has he made some questionable decisions outside of that? For sure. But we're just here to talk about the music. So like, you know, we can leave that out of it, you know. So you know, I've listened to all the albums. I like plenty of records. There's records on here that are fire on this new tape, but I think that this album is a direct response to what he's been reading on the internet about his own about the flows thing. I really think this is him responding to everybody saying that he uses the same flow on every song. And I don't like that. And I'll tell you why. Don't let people push you out of your pocket. If just like, you know what I mean? Like, if the people who are going to find that repetitive have already found that repetitive, the people who are going to like it are going to like it. They're still going to listen to that shit. It's still going to be hard. And even if you find it repetitive, there's always going to be those 1-2 songs that are going to hit, and everybody's going to have to agree that it's a big song. So I don't like that he's listening to people and allowing himself to get out of a pocket that he's very comfortable in, that he's getting on everybody's shit and bodying, you know, like, you know, rapping very well. Like I just, you know what I mean? Like I understand, and I always want my you know, me as an artist, you always want to be as versatile as possible and things like that. But like he's like effortless in the pocket that he's in right now. And this one just felt like it was just a weird departure from it. You know, like I just was just like, damn, man, you know, especially how hard the intro is to Kirk.
Yeah, man.
You know, like he's talking about some real shit on there. I think the people who really don't like listen to what he's saying because he's saying it the same way are missing out on the fact that the kid could really rap. Like he's a lyricist, like for real. Like I think the kid can rap. I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna say
it. Rap 100%.
So I mean, I just feel like it's that he shouldn't have did all that. I mean, you know, I don't know what your thoughts were with it. I'm not that big of a fan of this album, unfortunately. And you know, Kirk was much better.
Well, here's the thing, man, is that. I think artists, especially the artists that are on, right, is that I think they should completely stop looking at the fucking internet too much. I mean, you utilize the internet to get to where you are. Now you're here, freeze them out. And
have someone run your pages.
Right. I mean, the most successful, and I mean the most successful artists right now are not there. Beyonce's not there. Hove's not there. Kendrick's not there. Ye's not there. Like, freeze the internet out. This way, this shit doesn't happen. If we like look at before we even had the net like this, I mean, yeah, there was like some rumblings of people saying, "Yo, his flow is the same," or how he's
You
attacking
get it
shit.
all the time. You can
Right,
like search a hashtag and see a whole lot, like 3,000
right,
tweets saying the same thing.
right. Like it would be some rumblings in the hood, right, where somebody might be like, "Yo, could Juvenile probably do something different?" But for what? You know what I mean? Like that was his pocket. I mean, like, and it worked, and it worked for a long time. So I just think it's unfortunate that they're listening to that. Um, no artists, especially new artists, and DaBaby's still a fairly new artist, should be asked to flip what's working for them so soon.
Right.
It's way too soon. And the only thing I maybe might have agreed with was maybe try some different production.
He
Not
did, and that ties into the flow thing too, because like a lot more singing, a lot, you know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right. But in this case, I think he might have overthunk that, and the
yeah,
production kind of suffers a little bit
yeah.
here. I mean, like, there's nothing like Suge. There's nothing like I mean, nothing hits like that from this album.
Babysitter, none of those. Yeah, like that's what I'm like. I listen to the album like, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get bop, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get something, you know what I mean, from it. And I like the record with Future, I really do actually. But that's because again,
Yes.
I'm biased to Future though. That's different. I like that record though. I really do like that record.
Yeah.
Um,
I
you
mean,
know,
the joint with Quavo is pretty hard too,
oh,
and
yeah, that one's dope too. The song with Roddy Rich, I honestly thought that shit was Young Thug. Like I was
yeah,
listening to that shit, I was like, oh shit, he got Thug, and then like I looked on the thing, I was like, oh shit, that's Roddy Rich. I was like, damn, I like boomer moment sure, yo. I was like, damn, I fucked up. No
yo,
disrespect, it's just like it sounded the same.
I thought the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that specific verse from Roddy like made me think how much Roddy and Thug are kind of like trap Wyclef, bro. Like it
Bro,
never
listen.
hit me until just listening to that.
All right, so we're 32 minutes in. Last week I said that Lloyd Banks' verse is what I remember when I hear Victory come on. I still
Right.
don't even think I agree with that, but that's what I said. So it's time for me to say something that's similar to that, right? Because I've already gotten halfway through. Young Thug has birthed a lot of rappers, a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of them,
Oh yeah.
many of like his influence, whether you want to admit it or not, has there's no Gunna, there's no Baby, there's no pocket for Roddy Ricch to even know how to do that verse. Even Trust Issues by Drake, or not Trust Issues, what's it called? Mob Ties.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that song would have been Fire Flames if it was Young Thug.
Yeah.
Like it would I would have been better. In that case, in that pocket, in that lane, you're not gonna be able to do the Young Thug flow better than Young Thug.
Right.
So internet pitchforkers, bring it on. I said what I said. You know what I mean? Like all those guys owe Young Thug.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. So
Yo, I think I gotta say though, I think that nasty joint with Meg and Ashanti kind of
yeah,
slaps.
you know what? All right, yeah. That's at the end of the album though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That I heard that one when I was driving back from a grocery run, and I was like, oh, all right. I was like, all right, this shit hits. I forgot about that. See, you just reminded me. You got it. You
Yeah,
got it. You're right. All
that
right.
bass flip is kind of dope.
That's right with Ashanti, right? The sample, exactly. Oh yeah. You know what? That is one of the better songs on there. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
All right, damn. See, there you go. That's why I'm glad you talked me through it. My head thinking that the song don't got too many good songs on it, and it
That
actually does.
which reminds me, because I know like people like credit that sample to Ashanti, but shout out to Scarface for Mary Jane, because that's the first time I ever fucking heard that beat. And prayers to Scarface, because I think he just had like kidney failure or something because of
A little bit.
fucking coronavirus.
Yeah, man. This, oh my God, man. It's not gonna be.
Scarface
That's
was
not gonna be.
best rappers alive, bro.
Yeah. Right. That's not gonna be an easy one to take. If that happens.
Nah, I hope.
Unfortunately, knock on wood. Knock on wood. But yeah. Yeah. All right. Shit. Um. So yeah, you know what? I'll probably run through it again. You know, it's just like the first part of it that when I was listening to it, I kind of was like, yeah, it was all right. You know what I mean? I just like I like Kirk a lot better. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I hope he gets back to that pocket. I hope he just like goes back to what works for him.
Like put out a tape and go stupid on like just go get some slaps and just go
Yeah,
and
because
then
the
and just rap, bro.
rap's way too good, bro.
Just rap, bro. Like we'll be fine, man. I'll be all right with that, man. Don't worry about it. You gave us an album, give us a tape now. Like do a bunch of freestyles.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. We're old heads. Listen to tape with freestyles. Rapping on Biggie beats and Mob Deep beats. All right. Speaking of, because it kind of just goes with that, actually, the Westside Gunn album is I'm just gonna come right out and say it. It's incredible. This is probably my favorite album of the year so far.
It's immaculate, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm with it. Man, the beats are incredible. The features all fit. I mean, it's not really much that you can say. You know, when he's got songs, Joey Badass, Tyler the Creator,
So
the one
Wale
with Gibbs.
to there.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, oh man, that Gangsta Gibbs verse, bro.
Bro, he had the best album of last year, and he's just sitting here chilling or whatever. So, but yeah, man, that shit is so like just grimy. Like it's just like I walked around like I put the green jacket on. I was like, this is it. This is what it was made for right here. Walked around real quick, headphones on, and I listened to that shit. Like all the way through. And man, oh my God,
Bro.
just walked away impressed, man.
To pull off super grimy and like super fucking fly and opulent at the same time is not an
Talking
easy
about Paris.
it's it's not an easy task, bro.
Listen, it's just again, this album right here should really just add fuel to the argument of just when you're a rapper, don't worry about what sound you want, just be yourself. And I think if you're
Yeah.
authentic and you're yourself, no matter what way you lean, I think
Yep.
people sense that. And I think it
Yep.
comes through also when you're really good at picking beats and you're really good at rapping too. That helps too. But I'm just saying, like, he's not forcing anything. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't seem forced. It seems like who they are, and that's what you should really like be gravitating to, is the fact that this isn't the norm, because it's not exactly what the mainstream listens to. At the same time, you can't deny how great it is, and it's authentic and it's them, and that's the best part. Like, I want to put Sims on.
And you could tell the Griselda dudes are having fun when they rap too.
What did Conway say in the one line? Oh man, my life changed. I'm at the rock brunch. Yeah, I'm at the rock brunch with your R&B singer, getting better acquainted. I was like, wow. I was like, so that's just like like now you're just flexing on all of us because you get to go to the Rock Nation brunch and everything. Like, damn. Yeah, man. What are they doing wrong at this point?
Nothing, bro. It's the best testament to standing your ground and doing what you love to do, man. I mean, we're talking about rappers that are being noticed now for the first time in their late 30s.
Right.
And I mean, we already mentioned how crazy JLX project was, and JLX is in his 40s. Yep. So I'm loving that we get into that point in rap too, where we're like silencing that this is a young man's game thing, bro.
Yeah, it's just pretty much, again, I think it just comes down to authenticity. Like, it really just comes down to, people see you're not forcing it. Like, it just doesn't feel forced, man. It feels like this is it. Like, they don't really give a fuck if you like it or not, and that's great. Really, honestly, not a lot of people are brave enough to make music with that mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like that's harder than you think. Like, you know, you probably think it's easy to just go, you know, rap. Oh, I don't care what other people think. Start putting some records together, and then we'll see. Like, you start to play some records for some people, and they may not react the way that you know want them to, and now it's a lot, you know, as someone who's made music, like it's a lot but to be able to be that comfortable, and it really doesn't feel
Yeah.
like that at all. Like, you know what I mean? They don't care, and that's why, you know, the better guys are like that. You know what I mean? Like the guys that are the ones that are at the top of the game are not watching anybody else. Why?
Right.
Because they're in their own space,
Yeah.
not on the internet watching other, you know, other songs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or other people's waves and nothing like that. Because you're on your own shit. You know,
Yeah.
like Lil Wayne used to say that all the time. Where he's like, you know, I'm not watching nobody's shit because I'm like trying to, you know, you don't want that to seep in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's brave. The joint that I really like on this one is the French Toast, the one with Wale, man. I really
Yeah.
like that song, man. Wow, yo, and again, all the verses, everything just perfectly put together. I don't want to plug the streaming site that I'm on, but they do have a really cool fucking feature. Like when you're watching, you know, when you're listening to it, the album
Yeah.
art moves.
Yeah. 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 Same. I saw
Um,
that.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, whatever. I have Tidal. So and when you play it on Tidal, it started with actually with Uzi's album. The album artwork moves. You know, like it's like it's really fucking dope, and especially for something that has that deep artist vibe. Because of you know, you could probably tell me better than I could, you know, make some shit up right now about like who's the artist of that actual, you know, picture. You know, but it's really cool. You know, like it looks like you know, an older picture like that was painted with, you know, a bunch of chains on, and it's moving, like, you know, while you listen to it too. So yeah, um,
Fine.
yeah. And then the other thing is too is that it's a master copy on Tidal too. So like it just that shit just it really sounds like out of the like studio, honestly. So
Yeah.
whatever, cut my check, man. Whatever. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man. I
but
mean, so far, like I said,
I agree with you on that song, bro. Because like, as soon as I listened to the album, um, the title alone has me like, yo, like what? Because I was kind of like not, I was kind of confused about the title, right? But
mm,
like as I'm listening, like first at the top when I hear the auction, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm kind of like seeing where this is going, right? But by the time we get to that joint, it's like, yo, how much fun did this nigga have in Paris, bro?
well, they always been on that fly shit to actually like you said, like the way that you explained it in the beginning. I kind of want you to repeat it just so you could like, you know, so I don't misquote you or anything like that. But you're right about that. To be that close to boom bap, luxurious rap, I guess whatever. That's the best
Yeah,
way I could put
yeah,
it. Because you know what I mean. The clothes that they like when you see the way they dress and shit, it's not it's it's New York because they are Buffalo.
right.
Um, it's New York, but it's got like that European shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like like they're on that.
yeah.
Um,
But everything goes back to Ghost and Ray, bro.
so they started
Big fat, big fat.
it. Yeah. You know what's crazy is a lot of you know what, like you're not wrong at all. Like, but like it's always, you know, like the New York European thing. You're right about that because it is other people. It's the same shit with Rocky too.
Yeah,
Rocky's the same shit.
yeah,
Um, so it is true about that. Like I didn't even think about that. Like
yeah.
you fucking me up on this episode. Like I'm getting hit with a bunch of shit. I found out that Babyface was 62. Yo, that shit don't make no sense to me in my head. Explain that shit to me, man. Explain it. I don't know. But yeah, man. Like I said, my favorite album of the year so far. You know,
Yeah,
it's just man, yeah, it's really good. It's really fucking good. Like I took a walk around the block, listened to it. And I was like, wow, this is great. Like I was like, this is excellent. And
bro.
it's very hard to get that excited because we get so much new music all the time. It's here today, gone tomorrow for sure.
Oh yeah,
Like even albums that I'm like, oh, this shit is dope. I won't be listening to that shit in a week because somebody else dropped Friday. Somebody else dropped Friday. You know, every Friday there's all new music. You know what I mean? And it's so easy to get it now. Like it's just like I feel like a lot of good music is gonna get lost in the sauce with just the wave of all the releases. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember how this might be on episode 1, right? Where we talked about creating and that like it's kind of tough to create right now because niggas not experiencing anything, everybody in the crib.
Right.
Um
Right.
Apparently Virgil invited this is off-white Virgil
Album.
invited invited Gunn to Paris and bro like recorded all of this like in a couple days.
That's an
Just
experience.
yeah, man.
That's why, man. See, that's the beauty of hip hop right now too, or just music in general, right? Because we have all this technology, like, right? All you really need is, you know what I'm saying? Like now, like it's getting to a point where people are sitting in hotel rooms with the engineer on the laptop and just sitting talking into a mic and just rapping, like, and
Yeah.
it's nothing, and everything's gonna sound good, and it's gonna sound just as good as it did, in a booth, in a soundproof booth, like. That's the beauty of it. See, that's the dream right there. Like as an artist, right? Um, Move around, see other cultures, get
Yeah.
inspired, go back to your hotel room and work on the inspiration right then. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like don't let it fester. Use all that energy right there in that moment and turn that shit into something. You know what I mean? Like it's the dream, but you have to be like unconnected. You have to be connected to nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like what I mean by that is like or people. Like where you can't be taking care of people. Like you got to be able to just have that freedom, and that's the dream. Like honestly, right there.
No, to
Just
the
to travel around, and just like let what you see inspire you, and just you make music off of that, or
yeah.
create it anyway. It ain't just music. You know what I mean? There's some people that, like you said, like the first time you said it, I really didn't understand it until like I started to think about it myself. But like you said, you get inspired by food.
Mm.
Like really good food. Well, like you're into cooking, you're into presentation and all that stuff, and different things and stuff like that. And that's something that inspires you, right? Like at first I was like, wait, how do you make music off of food? But it does inspire you in that way because the things that you love put you in moods, and they put you
Yeah.
in places, you know what I mean, and keep you in places where you feel safe and your creative juices can flow. I didn't understand that at first when you told me until I had to really think about that.
Yeah, man. But
Well, it goes back to what we said too. Like people act differently in different situations. Like everything going on right now. Like you don't have to be doing anything extra right now. Like if you're just chilling, like or you're just like laying low right now and everything that's going on, don't feel bad about that.
no, not at all.
All right. So 5 out of 5 for Westside Gunn. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
I was supposed to listen to the Dream album this week. I didn't. I'm sorry. What else? There was something else. The Division I didn't get to listen to. I wanted to hear that. Is there any new songs, anything like that, like single songs that you've been finding that you're liking? All right. Let's talk about it. I am a huge, huge, huge Playboy Cardi fan. See, this is what's funny about me, right? I literally
Mm.
just told you all the things that I like about boom bap and grimy rap, and I'm
Yeah.
literally telling you that I'm fans of Young Thug, Future, Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi dropped a song. I'm ecstatic. I
Okay.
love Dialect. I love Dialect.
Yeah.
If you listen to music in the lens that you're supposed to, it can make sense. Do
Yeah.
not go to Playboy Cardi if you're looking for. I don't want to downplay him though. Like if you're not looking for just lyrics, like if you know what I mean. Like I don't want to downplay him though in any way, because like what he does, he's got his pocket and he's in it, and that's what I like about it. Like, and it's
Yeah.
super, super, like the beats are great, and he just rides the beats better. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Right.
Like that's what I'm drawn to. But I see it through that lens. You know what I mean? Like I don't put unfair expectations on a guy that's not his pocket, and I feel like
Right.
that's where we disconnect on certain artists. But he dropped a song and I don't like it. This one, damn it, I'm so mad. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh man, like he dropped the album cover like on his Instagram, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, here comes the album out of nowhere because this is the time everybody's been asking
Right.
him,
Right.
and he drops this song, and I'm just like, I
Yeah,
don't know. I
that's
had to get all that off my chest. I just want the people to listen to not think that I'm one sided. Like I could say that I'm not one sided, but that doesn't mean like people think things of themselves that they really aren't. You know what I mean? But no, I really
that's a
am.
fact.
I'm really on one side and on both sides. Like I literally just told you in the same episode, we talked about Ray, Ghost, Westside Gunn. And I just told you about Young Thug, fucking Playboy Cardi, and fucking who's the other guy? We're just talking about and the baby.
Yeah, and also we both stand firm in the fact that the baby can actually rap. So I mean,
No, sure the fuck can. I don't know who's really ready to argue that one. Yo,
word.
and the Chronic is on title. We're not ready to talk about how great that album still is. After I got to listen to it again, I was just like, oh man. I was like, maybe because when we talk about best albums, I don't think about it for some reason. And then I heard it and I was like, what? I was like, wow, bro, still?
That's 100% a top 5 rap album for me.
Yes. 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 And I don't want to be prisoner of the moment because it's a big deal that Tidal has it or whatever and all this stuff with Master and all that stuff. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment or anything like that. I just listened to it and it really shocked me, actually. Like it shocked me at this time in 2020. Like I was just like, oh my God. I was like, wow, this is like
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't think people have acknowledged the consciousness on that album too. I don't think that's been acknowledged enough. Like we talk about how Dre put G-Funk on. We talk about how he put Snoop on. We talk about weed culture growing from that album. But there is a stream of consciousness on that album too, particularly with the skits.
See, I'm interested in that. I want you to expand on that a little bit.
I mean, shit. Should we expound on it right now, or should we do like an episode where we do our top?
Let's save that one. You know what? I want to listen to it again, one more time too, actually. And I think maybe next album next week we can break it down. I like that. That's a good idea. That's a good way. That's a good to start one because I've seen people ask us that or whatever about like, you know, do you want to do like an older album? And I think that's a good idea. Honestly, I really think it is, especially to like in 2020 take a look at it.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Perfect. So, so something was floating on the internet with all these battles going on, right? And everybody's on live, and nobody's, you know, doing anything, right? So, like, people are just saying stuff. There was something that was kind of floated out there. Like, I didn't watch it live. Obviously, I got it secondhand, probably the same way that a lot of people did, unless you were on DJ Khaled and Fat Joe's. Was it? It was them two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
And like,
yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like Ja Rule called Fat Joe while he was on live with Khaled. And like he put him on speaker and like he started talking about him wanting to do a battle and who better to do a battle with Ja Rule than 50 Cent? Like, I mean, who else could he have battled and thought like, you know, I wanna battle Mike Geronimo. Like, what? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that don't make no fucking sense. Yeah. And you know, at first I'm just like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that I view myself, Ja Rule, in a weird space now after the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
You know, like his like, I guess whatever stock you had in him, if you had any at that point, it's just like it doesn't look good right now, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, and this feels like, all right, let me try something brash at this point or whatever, see what happens. And before we go any further about this Ja Rule and 50 Cent battle, let me just put this to bed right now. 50 Cent is not fucking agreeing to that. Like, and just let me just say it right now on this at 9:02 on Sunday. It's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, then I will chop this clip up and I will send it on Twitter to Freezing Cold Takes and let them know that I'm completely wrong, you know, about this. But I don't see any way that we will get an IG live battle with Ja Rule and 50 Cent. There, I'm on the record with it. But it did bring up an interesting thought, and you were the one who actually brought this portion to me about what we should be talking about, honestly, because I didn't even think of it like that. Like I was just gonna bring up the silliness about the live and about you even trying to, you know, bring up 50 Cent. But I started to think about this in a different way because in 2020 you have to start looking at everything, you know, clearly, right? This is a long time. We've had a long time to like fester on this Ja Rule and 50 Cent beef, which I don't think will ever end. You know, like this is just two guys that don't like each other.
Probably not.
You know, I'll be honest with you off the rip. I'm gonna tell you this one thing about 50 that he has that Ja Rule doesn't have. A classic album.
Yeah.
If someone who likes Ja Rule or like really, really, really like knows his catalog, because I've heard all the albums or whatever, but I don't think Ja Rule has a classic album.
No. I mean, Ja has come decently close, like, but
Which
has
one?
fallen short of that.
Which one? The first one or the red cover, the Rule 444?
I think I think Rule's second album, which is what 336 or whatever. I think that, and I think
What did I
Vinny.
say 4444? And you didn't even say that. You just like was like, I'm gonna let this shit rock and let him just.
No, because I had to think about it. Like it
I don't
kind
know the
of.
number either or whatever. I was just saying shit.
But I think that and Vinny Vidi Vici are like kind of like neck and neck and like being like teetering, like being like solid
See, I would have thought
albums.
the first one. The first one would because the joints on there are harder.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
started getting in the R&B pocket in that album, the second one.
100%.
Which is what I really want to discuss about this. All right, so let's set the scene for people because we're the same age, right? We're close,
Yeah.
Let's set the scene for people. Okay, so Ja Rule and Murder Inc. They're like destroying the game, right? Right?
Yeah.
Like, almost every song that they have out, I'm listening to. That shit's on my MySpace page as like one of the fucking songs. Ugh. I can't believe I just admitted to shit like that. For you youngsters, MySpace is a profile, is a social network before Instagram. All right. Um, and we would listen to that shit on boom boxes and we'll be walking around listening to it and everything, and like people would be driving around listening to it. So they're like top of the game, right? Especially in the New York scene, right? And then, along comes 50 Cent, who is another thing that you have to give 50. And this is where it all starts from, and I think this is where the love that I have for him doesn't go away ever, even when he puts out those subpar projects towards the end of his career that he knows that he's bullshitting with or whatever. But mixtapes aren't what mixtapes are without 50 Cent.
Big fat.
And I mean, as far as artists go, I'm not talking about DJs. I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about he changed the game the way that you were able to package music to people for, whatever. You pay for your studio time and then you pressed everything up, and then like you're able to get it to people in a way that feels underground, feels brand new, feels fresh, and it's just like you going in over other songs, like, going in over De La Soul's Fat Girl, or, you know what I mean? Or, Fat or whatever, that like all those other songs. And then like 50 was able, to infect his humor a lot into the early records. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking around on that LL Make You Better beat or Love You Better beat. That shit, you know what I mean? Like that's like I remember loving all those songs. Okay, cool. You love all those songs, and then you got Banks, who is like, okay, you already know what that is or whatever. And I'm so glad that now because I remember I was texting you. I thought that Banks was gonna be on the Budden Pod, but what happened is that Budden and Rory did a live where they battled. He took Banks side clearly, and Budden they basically did freestyles and songs.
Yeah.
And man, like Lloyd Banks didn't miss like on any of those like freestyles or anything like that, man. Like
man.
It's crazy. So this is how we're getting them, right? So they're brand new, right? And he has a problem with Ja Rule, right? He calling him a bitch, order of protection, boom, boom, boom. And then we kind of dismissed Ja Rule after that, right? Because 50's so hot now, 50 drops Get Rich or Die Trying. And, after he links up with Dre and Eminem, and he drops Get Rich, and then it's like a bomb went off, bro. That is a classic album to this day. We will listen to that album 15 years from now still feel the same way about it. So that kind of just like pushes Ja Rule out of the way, and then Ja Rule starts doing things that gets out of his bag, right? He goes back to the hard records.
Yeah.
And he tries to hit back that way. And it doesn't work, man. If anything, when you listen to, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the baby, honestly. When you start listening to other people's criticisms and working around that, you can kind of play yourself out of, what you do very well and what everybody wants from you. What you do, all right, so what you want to do and what people want from you are two different things. Now, are you comfortable with just saying, I don't give a fuck what people want me to do, I'm going to do what I'm going to do? Or do you understand that people look to you for whatever it is that you do? So at his point, it was R&B songs and things like that and hits.
Yeah.
Why would you change that up?
Right.
So keep going.
And him doing that allowed Fifth to come in with the songs for women. He opened it up.
You know what, man? I thought that me and you would have, we stand on equal, footing most of the time when we talk about things or whatever, but you literally took the next point out of my mouth that I was going to say. So again, at this time, we're not thinking about it clearly. We're bamboozled a bit by it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Right? Because we're just like with the hype at this point. He got Aftermath, he got Interscope behind him. He's like through the roof. He's doing $1 million a week. That shit's unheard of, bro. Like 50's in a space that, you know what I mean? Like here's the thing with Jay, right? We agree that Jay's the best of all time, right? But there are years where Jay's not the best rapper in the game.
Oh yeah.
Or the biggest. You know what I mean?
The best selling, for a fact.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, there's years it's Nelly, there's years it's Eminem, there's years it's 50 Cent. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Jay wins because he's just still better than everybody, still like at 50 something or whatever, or still like competing at a level that we haven't seen or whatever. But 50 Cent is that at this point. 50 Cent is that. Like, everybody looks at him in that way. Yeah. So now when I start to look at all this back and I have all this clarity, is it closer than you think it is because of how we felt about it when we were younger, now that we're older and able to look back on it?
Right. And in my opinion, it's close. In my opinion, it's closer than people are giving Ja the credit for. It's really close.
And will people look at this through a fair lens in this time too? Still. Like, are there people that feel like we do? Because look, all right, but also let me just be clear before we get a little crazy or whatever. 50 Cent has much better records than Ja.
A fact. And Ja has no album in his arsenal that could
better than Get
Rich.
Play Get Rich, and let us go nuts. That's it. Go sit down.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and to us, right? Like, I mean, as writers, right? The mark is how good are your albums,
right?
Not how dope are your singles,
right? Because you can have 3 smashes on an album, but have a bunch of filler songs that aren't even good. But does that equal an album that's got 2 smashes, but the whole shit is hard?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's because let's be honest too about 50. Let's keep it a buck about 50. Get Rich comes out. The Massacre is not on that level. Obviously, how do you follow that up? The Massacre is not on that level. Curtis is not on that level. And then everything kind of falls by the wayside, with the albums and where we go as far in terms of quality. You weren't gonna top Get Rich, but 50 quality wise, like, I understand. Remember, he drummed up, all that interest when he came out the same day as Kanye on 9/11, like graduation. He was still always good at that, and and I think that's always what kept 50 in the space that he was in, because he was more than music. He was always doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, he was always like he was trolling before that shit was cool or whatever. Like, he did that shit on records. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think him and 6ix9ine get along so well or whatever, or like they see eye to eye or whatever? Like, that shit is like, he's definitely watching like his disciple, like the same shit. Yeah. So that's what's keeping him in that space. But as far as if we go back to like what the music sounds like, these albums, when you start to listen to them now, The Massacre, Curtis, what's the other one? Before I Self-Destruct, like, and we started to get further and further. Because remember, what's the other one? Animal Instinct or some shit like that, or what it was called, you started to like see the decline a little bit,
So here's the
he
thing.
had a bigger high than Ja, you know what I mean? Obviously, clearly he's better or whatever, but like his career needs to be judged like in the same like way that we look at everybody else.
Right. So if we do 20 for 20,
how
does that go?
So, but what do you start with as Ja Rule? Like, what are you gonna hit number one out the gate when I can hit you with "What Up Gangsta" out the gate and stop playing like and win that round probably? Like it depends.
Some rounds you just can't beat 50. You can't beat 50 if he plays "What Up Gangsta." You probably can't beat him if he plays in the club.
No, you can't. That's bigger than probably. Well, all right. See, I don't want to say that because I felt the way towards that record when it first came out. And I loved it. Obviously, everybody fucking loved it. But I'm not certain about position and popularity on like who actually like who has number one hits, because that's not as easy as everybody thinks it is or whatever.
Right.
Like we were talking about it in in my group chat or whatever, and I was saying the same shit. I was like, Jay-Z has one number one hit. You know what song that is? Empire State of Mind.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody give a fuck about that song, Like that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing about the 09 Yankees World Series is that when you would be at the stadium for that shit, that's all they would fucking play. And I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, that song is trash. I skip that shit all the time on Blueprint 3. No disrespect, but come on, man. That shit too cheesy, man. I hate that shit. All right, I'm sorry. I just went off.
But it's all about perception, right? So if he plays in a club, right? Let's say Ja counts us with Holla Holla. How does the audience that's watching this live feel about those two songs?
One of my favorite Ja records because it's so hard. But unfortunately, that's not going to beat in the club. And in the club kind of needs to be to close the show, kind of. I feel like if you're hitting with that out of number one, I don't know about that. Like you have. And I think we start to need to take other things into account. Like, it doesn't have to be just official records. Like, 50 could dip into that mixtape bag and start hitting with, like, you know what's the one that Rory played? I forgot. He played the Soldier freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
So look at your face. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, don't make me send a beat statue. Have your man walk around with another rest in peace tattoo. I forgot how much I remember all those records. Like, how they went. Ever.
You know what? I didn't think about that. Like, what if 50 pulls the that shit out his bag that he did with the Biggie verse? Like,
there's like that's why it's clearly 50 over Ja. But 50, if 50 really wanted to hit him hard, he might not even have to get into the Massacre and none of those other albums. If he wants to hit straight off of G Units, The Future, all those other mixtapes, and then Get Rich or Die Trying, as just in case, like if Ja went and he played something that he was like, oh, I'm not feeling it, all right, I'm hitting back with Get Rich, like that's the ace in the hole.
This is like this is like hard to me because what happens if IG Live is full of girls and they don't even recall mixtape 50?
No, they don't. Right. But here's the thing. I feel like again, like I see a lot of the comments and I'm not swayed by them because like you said, like it's all perception and it's all the way that you view music in the lens. And if a younger person is not even going to care about Ja Rule and 50 Cent as a beat, and I wouldn't expect that they will all be in there unless that people were just in there just because they ain't doing shit or whatever. And 50 Cent is going to say some stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I don't get swayed by that. So I just try to look at it again. Anytime that I say anything on this podcast or anytime that we have a discussion, at all, it's always just my opinion.
Right.
And that's the thing is that like people get caught up in trying to argue opinions, and it's like, bro, that's what opinions are. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got one. Yeah, I might just agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But
here's a question. To you,
it's closer than you think.
What's the best 50 Cent record for women, you think?
What do you mean? Like just street record? You talking about like B-side? What like? Because
which one of his relationship songs you think is his best?
Oh, girl songs. 21 Questions, I think. And again, that song Get Rich, you know what I mean? But the song didn't seem cheesy at the time, you know, and they killed that shit. Because I'm not going to play Candy Shop. Get out of here.
Right.
Amusement Park. I used to like that song when I was younger. And then, like, I think, I don't know how it happened. Like, you know, when you leave your shit streaming and that shit just, like, comes on the end. I don't know how that came on. And I was just like, oh, wow, I don't like this record. Before I Start the Struggle has a joint with R. Kelly on it or some shit like that. Like, nah, probably 21 Questions. Yeah, probably 21 Questions, man. I think, you know, if we're keeping it. So what's that? But I like where you're going with that, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I know where you're going with this. The best girl record between the two of them, Ja Rule's got all of them almost, right?
I would think so. Look,
so
if I'm thinking,
which of his records is better than 21 Questions? Which of his records is better than 21?
Does he have one that's better? I don't think so.
I think if you played, all right, this is just opinion. And again, all right, so now we're in hour 10 in and we have to start wrapping up too or whatever. But I'm going to say something else that'll probably get me killed. I think if you played the joint with Little Mo.
Right.
If you played that against 21 Questions, I think that wins that round.
Okay.
I think I've been in spaces, like in clubs, like when we used to go out and do stuff before we like hated that shit or whatever. I've been in places, seen everybody go up and know every single word to that song or whatever. Like I've seen that. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I look, does Candy Shop, 21 Questions, what else? Ayo Technology.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Amusement Park. Just a little bit. Do you think about?
Oh, all right. Whoa, I forgot. That's Scott Storch. Whoa, I forgot.
Yeah.
Whoa, I forgot. Forget it. We're gonna restructure this and we're gonna set it up the right way. The best girl record between the two of them is a little bit. Yeah, that's it. You just reminded me, and I hear it. As soon as you said it, I hear it. Now I hear it. And I remember that being the song that I played over and over on Massacre. I swear. And that's crazy because it's other. See, the Massacre has some of the better 50 records that we've heard. Actually, might be even better than some of the records on Get Rich. The problem is the lows on that album, and it's too long.
Yeah.
The lows on that album are too low, and that's what we didn't get. But yeah.
Right.
But wow, you blew my mind.
But on the Ja side, right, he got that Lil Mo record. He's got Down Ass Bitch. He's got Living It Up. He's got Between Me and You.
Between Me and You is big. That is such a thought anthem. Like, yo, go to a spot where it's like a bunch of like, all right, not older, but like our age.
Yeah.
And just wait for the one to pop off when that song goes off or whatever. And that's and that's the one the single person in the room needs to target and go talk to.
Yo, so I mean, look, bro. I mean, he's got Always on Time. He's got that run with J-Lo where I'm Real and all that shit. He's got Put It On Me.
You didn't even say Mesmerized. Put It On Me is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Bro, what about Rainy Days with Mary J, bro?
No, man. What about I Cry with Lil Mo? That's the joint that I like. That sample is crazy, yo. It'd be crazy, yo. I've been talking all this shit about grimy records and everything, but when I was a kid and I got these albums and shit, I would listen to those records. The ones that had the samples, even if it was a girl record, that soul sample, I recognized that shit instantly and connected with that shit that way or whatever. And that was probably the song that I listened to on that album a bunch. That, and remember he had Bernie Mac, the skit on that album?
Yeah.
Yeah. $1,000. Look, for the people that don't know, there's a skit on that Red album, It's Rule 336, right? Or like on the top of my head, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a skit on there with Bernie Mac, rest in peace. And I don't know if you're gonna find it as funny now. I don't even want to hype it up, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He gets it. You get it.
Yeah, man.
So I think this is a good discussion because I would love to see this thing happen. I would give 50 the edge, but I feel like Ja could surprise some people with what he has because now we're older. We've gotten over that. I don't hate Ja Rule anymore. I used to be like, fuck him and fuck Murder Inc. and fuck Irv Gotti, knowing full well that those guys ever heard me say that shit or would have pulled up to my high school and fucking whatever. Like, yeah, like that's how I felt like at the time or whatever, just because of the way that 50 was able to troll these dudes so bad and like present his case in the way that he did, because he was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And everybody was believing 50 because 50 got shot 9 times. Who the fuck you not about to believe the dude that's really like got shot? Like,
there was nothing to question. I mean,
right, exactly. There was no skepticism of like, yo, is this dude real? All right, you know what I mean? In high school, if you got shot 9 times or whatever, and you're living the tale about it or whatever, and you like running around built as hell and shit, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, this dude's a monster.
Yeah, man. And not to mention, everybody had already heard the fucking mixtapes. Then people started going back and hearing Power of the Dollar again. And I mean, he was solidified. It was just what it was. See, but
the real 50 stands didn't go back and listen to him on Onyx or whatever on the Shut 'Em Down album, or whatever, because they didn't even know he was on that shit. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how, you know, now we can go back and listen to whatever we want, right? Because it's at our fingertips. But if me and you wanted to go back in the day, like we wanted to go back and listen to music, you know what I mean? What did you have to do? Like go to the fucking record store,
Sam Goody or Best Buy or
Sam Goody,
bro, and FYE, bro, before they started selling like candy and shit.
Bro, what do they sell? I think I walked in one of them shits and they were like, "We got these." Oh no, I know what they sell. They good. They sell Funko Pops. I was in there like, oh shit. I was like, all right. I was like, they had this big ass sign that said like 4 for $50. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I'm gonna charge this to the other account so I don't hear nothing about it or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of Funkos and a lot of wrestling shit and all of that and the FYEs
and T-shirts and shit like that. But yeah, yo, dude, they used to sell DVDs and shit. Whatever, yo. We began or whatever. It's 1:15. So hour 15 minutes. Yeah, I think that like to put a bow on the 50 and Ja Rule thing is just that it's a lot closer than you think about it. And again, it all comes down to song selection at that point. I would be super interested to see this happen, but I don't think there's a way in hell that it happens.
Yeah, Fifth not doing that, man. I mean, the culture would explode if they did it, but he's not doing that.
Nah, he's not doing it because he's just gonna troll him because he already did it on the internet or whatever, like already on Instagram or whatever. He was like, I heard who won a battle. I'm like, come on, man, like yo, you don't give up, yo. Like when he used to say that shit, like on the Beef DVDs and shit. Like I remember that's like one of the when I get bored, especially now that I'm bored now. That's just on YouTube now. You can go back and watch Beef 1, Beef 2, Beef 3. Yeah. I threw on Beef. And like I just like that line where he's like, because he's dead serious, and you know he believes this shit. Like he's been talking about him, and he was like, "I really just don't like that guy. Like I really don't like him or whatever." And I was just like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Wow." He meant that. Like
they have the GIF of 50 from that where he's like shaking his head and shit, and he like turns his back. Yo, that shit is so funny.
He gets tight. Like he just like, what did he say on the episode? He's like, yo, he goes, I don't see how a kid could be from the hood and want to beat Ja Rule. I was just like, oh my God, yo, like, yo, y'all really don't like each other at all, yo. That ain't rap beef at all. What they got is not rap beef.
Nah. Yo, Fifth is really, that nigga's a monster, bro. Like, he'll tell us, yeah, I'm accepting the challenge, and he will come on that shit and start the live and get Ja amped up. And then just like hang up or some shit.
Disconnect and won't care. You know what? That would be consistent with what I believe about 50 Cent, and I would just be like, yo, you're gonna go even further. Like I said, they don't know nothing about trolling. 50 Cent did that shit before the internet was popping, and he was able to do it in a way. He did it through music. Like, remember, he used to go off, like, the best parts about 50 songs, like, to me, at the end, would be, like, yo, like, the 45-second rant he would go on at the end of the song, whatever. Order of protection from who? Who I need an order of protection from? All right, yo, so let's just call it, man. Hey, this is a great one, honestly. Like, I feel like I've just gotten my mind blown. Like, I still can't wrap my fucking mind around Babyface at 62. Like, that shit don't mean no sense. But, yeah, Guys, if you're listening, you can follow me on Twitter, Jason Aponte 2103. Trying to add more hip hop stuff to it, but as Trills has found in the small time that he's followed me, it's largely football, and I can't even say it's sports anymore. It's just largely football at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trills, tell them where to follow you. Tell them what everything that's dropping, everything that's going on.
Trills on everything. Go to all the streaming platforms and please run Make Change up for me before I drop the Trill Dollar Project.
Yes, and I can't wait for that because I need to hear that full. I need to hear the full version of the end of the Ronald Reagan Ridge video. I'm gonna drive around to that shit for a while. Like the cops are gonna have to pull me over. Like I'm gonna be driving to that shit mad fast. Like when I drove by you to bring you the mic and everything, like I was like, Trills lives far from me. I'm good. Yeah, that shit said 26 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, nobody's out on the road. That shit was crazy.
Yo, that's crazy. That's record time, bro. That's unheard of.
That's what I'm saying. Like I almost wanted to knock on your window and just like put the hand up, like be like, I'm sorry, we can't like that shit is crazy, like we really can't like hang out and be close in distance at all, like this shit is insane. But yeah, man, so just follow us. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sending feedback and stuff like that. We're on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So for Jay, for Trills, we out of here.
Yep.
All right, cool, bro. Thank you, man. I'm gonna upload everything now, and get everything started. I'm about to watch Married with Children.